Hey, it's 3 o'clock. It's Saturday afternoon. Do you know where your children are?
Let's get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, by fans, with your hosts, Jesse Martin,
Because 90% of them are wrong. They're fucking wrong.
Max Taman,
You've got a plate of shit and you've got a bowl of shit. They're the same thing.
Scott Hartley,
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
John Taman,
What the hell was I talking about?
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
and now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taman.
Let's get this show.
Tell you what, man. That guy got pretty emphatic at the end about being the world's worst podcast host. However, I do believe that I prove it week in and week out. Scott's drinking from a cereal bowl. What the hell is that?
It's not. It's a cup.
That's a cup?
Just a
Okay.
glass-
That's a fucking
just
bowl.
glass cup.
It looks like a measuring cup.
I guess
So-
Scott's dishwasher is broke too.
I guess.
Is she under the weather?
Oh, she does not wash my dishes, man. I actually have a dishwasher, and do not say that, because I tell you what, she will come and find you. She will be like, she'll be on there like, I have a particular set of skills, Jesse.
And one of them's not washing the fucking dishes!
Exactly that. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? My wife won't let me wash the dishes.
Well, aren't you a lucky lad?
I am lucky, motherfucker. You better believe it.
I actually have a dishwasher, so yeah.
Really? See, we don't have a dishwasher. That's why when Jesse said his dishwasher, took a shit today, and I was like, so did mine, but I don't ever know when she does it. She doesn't tell me. So, she is going to hit me.
Sailing,
But
you are
know,
sailing close to the wind.
Not really. I got
I
to
was
tell
telling
you.
him, Scotty, before you came on, I'm waiting for the day where we see an object fly through the screen and knock his ass out.
See, the fact is, if she would let me do the dishes, then she would throw something at me, because then she knows I'm full of shit. But she doesn't let me do the dishes, so we're just going to leave it at that. John has a nice household. All right, so it's our first picks of the season. It's week 1, and even though we didn't make any picks live on the show for the last 2 games, I do believe I hit 2 out of 2.
You did.
I did. There we go. That was not very much fanfare, Scott. By the way, down there is our good friend Scott Hartley from Baron Furnace UK. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm all right.
Not what
Well,
you
I
said
think
a
so.
minute ago.
I've got a bit of a sore throat coming on, so I don't know where that's come from, but not COVID related, so we're all good. I think it's just yeah.
Jesse over here, my good friend from Southeast Virginia. Yeah,
Maybe that's what it is.
Hey, look, I tell you what. Maybe what we ought to do is start a list of the number of days a week that Scott doesn't have something coming on.
That's true.
Dude, you gotta.
Fucking chlamydia, COVID, now.
I haven't got chlamydia. Where does this come from?
Happens,
It comes from you. Chlamydia. Where's it come from? It comes from those dirty women down on the corner. You know it. All right. No, this is not a cocktail at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a delicious glass of Diet Pepsi. I just like it with ice.
I found the game that you didn't put on. It's the
Oh, which
first
one
game
was it?
that we're going to talk about, Tennessee and the Bears.
Tennessee and the
Okay.
Bears. All right, hang on one second. Let me put this one
But,
up there.
So while John's doing that, we'll talk about the past night's previous games.
Before we
last
do that, can we
Let's
just
do
talk
that.
quickly on the Commanders, which came out 2 minutes ago on their tweet saying that we have made the following roster moves. We have placed Marcus Mariota on the reserve injured list.
Wow.
We have signed quarterback Sam Hartman from the practice squad.
Wow.
And we have elevated linebacker Nick Bellore and DT Sheldon Day from the practice squad.
All right.
So do you think then that Sam Hartman was the corresponding move to get rid of Byron Pringle then?
Well, you
that-
almost said
that
Ben
makes-
Potato, and I get it, because Pringles are made from potatoes.
They are.
that makes sense. We know. I'm thinking something happened with Mariota and his.
They saw him play.
They did say this 4-week IR, I believe, right?
Yeah, 4 week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think it's probably due to injury. They're not comfortable with what he's able to do. And honestly, I've been saying this all preseason. I think that he's been outplayed by Driscoll, even if he didn't play. So I think they're trying to just keep him along until they figure out whether Jaden needs him or not. And if after that 4 weeks, if Jaden's looking good, they might just cut him loose.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Well, I mean, you don't have to see it.
I don't see that happening.
All right. So yeah, last night we had a football game down in Sao Paulo.
And
we did.
what a start that was. That was some sloppy play by the refs and everybody else. I mean, I think I think there was an injury, a dislocated wrist from all the fucking flags that were goddamn thrown the past 2 nights.
But look, this is getting to be just a problem in the NFL in general. Get that damn ball. Get the god. I almost said a bad word. I am watching Penn State here, and I'm not going to give away anything, but they just recovered that onside kick. Let's go. Anyway, go ahead.
But at first, Philly looked like a complete shit show. They got it together, obviously. And I think you can see some tensions between Hurts and Sirianni on the sideline. But goddamn, Saquon Barkley, man.
Barkley.
He's so good.
He really is. And, you would have hoped that multiple injuries to his legs would have slowed him down some, but not even close. Not even close.
It would have been real nice if he would have left the division. But I think he did that out of spite for the New York Giants to be able to turn around and play them.
Well, he's also a Penn State guy, so he's staying in Pennsylvania.
So a bit of an update.
I'd rather he'd gone to Japan. Go ahead, Scott.
Bit of an update here. John Kimes just tweeted 2 minutes ago saying Marcus Mariota to IR short term. Sam Hartman signed to the active roster. Washington will have 52 players on the active roster, only 6 inactives tomorrow.
Wow. So you know what that means next week if Sam Hartman is on the active roster. Ladies' Day at the stadium, double price on drinks, and half price if you buy one for a lady. Anyway, so I'm not going to say anybody. Cameron, you have my word. You have my word. They recovered the onside kick, so there was no chance of any bad words. And now the game is a final. Penn State wins 34-27. That was a hell of a football game.
Look, now Tennessee and Chicago is on there twice. Weird. All right.
Well,
week 1 is we're right in the middle of it now.
Now, see, I have how many people out there have Jordan Love as their starting quarterback in the Yanks versus Wanks fantasy football league? I do. I do. Jesse thinks he's going to float me out Jaden Daniels or Josh Allen.
I drafted 2 quarterbacks.
I know.
For the this very reason, and I do that pretty much every league that I play. I always get an extra quarterback just in case.
Yeah. And I usually
swimming
do
the waiver
too.
wire for a quarterback during, your quarterback's bye week is one thing, but having to go through this all year long is a total other thing, and you want to be secure.
Yeah. Well, there is no such thing because everybody can get hurt. But the fact of the matter is I also almost always take 2 quarterbacks, and I don't know why I didn't do that this time. I just didn't. I think I was too happy stocking up on other talent. But the fact is there's decent talent on the waiver wire, so I'm going to see what happens.
Yeah, and, Brock Purdy's still out there. Trevor Lawrence is still out there as decent people. So.
Not very sexy.
Well, Brock Purdy isn't sexy, but the man puts up points. There's other options as well.
True.
Aaron Rodgers is out there. Everybody's written him off, but he's out there too. So the fact of the matter is when you're sitting here talking to me about, lowering trade value, right now you don't have any. I got options. But the fact is, before you go writing off anything, we're going to see what happens tomorrow. There may come up somebody on your roster that gets injured or, God forbid, gets, killed or something like that. And
you never know with all these fucking shootings going on.
I do. And I've got Ricky Pearsall, I think. And we do have, I do have a good stock of running backs and wide receivers. So could be we may talk anyway. So Scott has the Big and Bossed book out. He's ready to get going.
I do, yeah.
All right. 2024 Big and Bossed book.
He sits up at nights, Jesse, and he reeds the Big and Bossed book to his kids before bed. He says, right here, Jesse.
Not much of it left.
Jesse took a parlay here, right here. He shows them the pictures right here. You see Jesse taking the parlay with...
That was a smart pick, that lad, that week. Yeah.
All right. So, yes, let's pick some football games. And, yes, I was 2 for 2 over these last 2 games. And I don't
I was 1 for 1, correct?
1 for 2.
Yeah.
Didn't you pick? Well, I didn't put anything down on either one.
1-1, lost 1. I think I put 50 on something. Yeah.
You did. You put 50 on Philly.
Yeah. All right. Well,
the good news is, looking over all of these lines, is always in week one, there's one that sticks out and makes you go, oh, fuck yeah, that's an easy one. And everybody loses their goddamn money, right? The Suicide League killer in week one. Well, I don't see one of those this week. So
I do.
You do? All right, well, let's see which one you pick.
All right. Well, we got first up. We have the Titans traveling to the Windy City of Chicago, facing the number one overall draft pick in Caleb Williams and their revamped offense.
Don't forget they've got that nice chiffon scarf they're wearing now because Caleb came in and said, "Look, we should change our look a little bit." And they've got the little belt purse.
They're nails done and all. You know. A lot of hype around Caleb Williams this offseason. A lot of hype around their receiver room this offseason. Added Keenan Allen and the rookie Rome Doomsday.
Roma Doomsday.
Doomsday, yeah. I think they're getting too much hype. I do.
Because you know what? I agree with you. And I'll tell you why. It's because of this freaking Eberflus. They gave all of this to this guy that can't win with whatever they've given him.
Now, they had a good defense last year. So, you know, midseason picking up Montez Sweat was very smart of them, and Montez has played well over them. But I'm picking the Bears this week. I'm going, and I'm taking the points as well. I don't believe in Will Levis whatsoever. I think I don't think he's going to be a very good quarterback. I don't like what they've done. I think Hopkins is out for this game. And if I heard that correctly,
I think
he
is.
is.
Out.
Yeah. They don't have much of pretty much anything, and I don't think Will Levis can carry this team. So, give me the Bears. I'm going to lay the points, and I'm going to put a good 100 block on that shiznittle.
Ooh, okay. I got it. John?
All right, I think that this is as soft a pillow landing as you can give the first overall pick for week one. Yeah. You know, there's not too many more feather beds you can throw him in other than this one. So yeah, I'm taking the Bears too, but I'm not touching the points. I think 3.5 is like the default line for everybody this week, except for a few. So I'm not taking it yet. I think that the Bears should win handily, and only I say this is because let me see them do it once. Even against a bad team like I think Tennessee is. Let me see them do it once before.
Bad.
Oh, yeah.
They fighting for the number one pick back.
Yeah, they might. You're right. They're in the top 5 already. But, let me see them do it once, and then I'll start to maybe pick them with some money. But, I'll take the Bears to win, and that's it.
Yeah, Max is taking the Bears to win as well, so he's not going points or he hasn't put anything on anything this week. He said he just gave me the scores. So Bears by 10. Wow, that's a big shout, Cameron.
I'm kind of with Cameron on this, to be honest with you. I don't think this game's going to be particularly close. I
they
think,
should smoke them, yeah.
The Bears are going to come out high flying. I think they're going to come back to earth after the first couple of weeks, but yeah, I got zero faith in the Titans whatsoever.
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll take the points as well. I'll take the points and I'll put 50 on it.
Yeah. By the way, moving right along. Oh, excuse us. Scott still has to pick. There we go. You put 50 on that, and you're taking the points.
50
you're
on
taking
Chicago.
The Titans.
Chicago.
You're giving the points.
Giving the points. That's
there
what
we
I'm saying.
go.
Yeah, giving the points.
Tell you what, if you were on the phone with Vinny the crooked-nosed bookie, you would really be having a problem right now. No, you said
no. It's because you do it totally weird with this fractional shit. If you just said to me, listen, it's 2-1 or it's 1-12 on, I'd know what you're talking about.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the number of
plus
points
105.
that they're going to the number of points they're going to win by.
I know. It's all right. I will get this eventually. It's only the 3rd year we've been doing it, John. But
it's a handicap. Think of it that way. It's your handicap.
I got it that way.
There you go.
Got it that way.
Pittsburgh
and Atlanta. Wow.
All right, now this one is an interesting game.
It is an interesting game. A lot of noise coming out of the Steelers quarterback room. They're flying to
You know why?
Atlanta.
Russell Wilson took his first shit of the goddamn summer, and there was a lot of noise coming.
He had a blowout, and I think
Excuse me, Cameron, and all the people that are eating over there.
motherfuckers out to lunch, and you're talking about taking a shit. All right, Falcons. With the 3.5 point as 3.5 point favorites. Over under is 41.5. I love the Falcons here. Again, it's the Steelers' questions at the quarterback. They got to prove it to me this year. I do have faith in Tomlin. I think somehow, some way, they're going to get a winning record. Somehow, I just don't believe it's going to start here.
Thank you, Elmer Fudd. Look, they're starting. What's his name? Damn it! I'm having a brain fart.
Fields.
Justin Fields. Thank you. My brain is running through all these names. Justin Fields tomorrow. So I think it's because Wilson's not really up to playing yet. I don't know what it is. Maybe he hasn't had enough roughage or some kind of something to do with the way the stars aligned. Last month or something. He's not going to play yet.
He's still doing high knees down the middle of the plane, John.
I guess. I don't know.
He pulled a glute.
He pulled a glute. Like I told you, he pulled a glute. Right? He accidentally ate some shredded wheat and everything broke loose. Anyway, I'm taking the Falcons in this game all day long. I am going to lay those 3.5 points, and I am putting $150 down on this because you know why? Kirk Cousins is back, baby. Just like that mayonnaise you left out on the counter and thought that it was bad when you put it back in the refrigerator and just took a chance on it. It doesn't taste as bad as you thought. As a matter of fact, now that it's been sitting on the counter for 2 days, it almost tastes like Miracle Whip. And that's Kirk Cousins. Just spicy enough to make you think, this isn't quite mayonnaise, is it?
I like the Falcons all year round, to be honest with you. I like what they've done in the offseason. I like how they've revamped their defense. And I like Raheem Morris as well. So give me the Falcons laying the points. I'm going to put 50 on it.
All right, you know what we should say to everybody that's out there that's paying attention. These may be bets that we make, and they may not be bets that we make. All right? Well,
They may well be. Yeah.
That's right. Some of us make these bets with cash. Some of us don't make all these bets with cash. Like, I might put some money down on the Falcons, but I don't know if I actually trust my actual money to it. But I will tell you what to do with yours.
Scotty, who you got? You got the Falcons, don't you? Laying the points?
Same. Falcons laying the points 50. Exactly the same. And Max has gone with Pittsburgh in this game.
Wow.
Hang on a second before you jump off the Falcons real quick. I'm trying to see something on their depth chart, but it's not as easy to find as possible.
Bijan Robinson. What? Some news that came out this week, but it looked like he is going to play. There was some question about Kyle Pitts. Playing. But he looked like he practiced on Friday as a full go. So no need to worry about Pitts if you have him in your fantasy lineup. He should be good to go. And I expect Pitts to have a decent year. Kirk Cousins loves his tight ends. He loves the tight end.
I'm going to put the tight end. He does. He loves it. He doesn't tell his daddy. But I'm going to put 50 down on Kyle Pitts anytime touchdown.
That's a good call.
By the way, we're only allowing 2 parlays each week. So that's one to think about.
He was got tired of writing all the shit down.
Oh, correct.
Well, I mean,
nailed it. Yeah, it's called technology. I need to put a spreadsheet up. Yeah.
Yes, there are these devices, Scott, not only he has the big embossed book, but he has a feather quill that he writes with it in. And when he wants a copy made, he yells down to the fryer he has in the basement to write up another one there, Friar Jim. Yes, mister. Okay.
All right, the Battle of Florida. We got the Jaggers. We got the Jags going to Miami, playing the Dolphins. Miami, I'm not sure about this line right here. I would
3.5.
I don't like the Jags, guys. I don't like the Jags. I thought this line should be about 4.5, something like that. Give me the Dolphins in their high-powered offense. Waddle, Hill, A-Chain.
Waddle just got paid.
I mean, Tua has looked good this offseason, looked good last year. It's still warm outside, so give me the Dolphins all day long. Laying the points, 50 down on that.
Yeah, I'm going to double that. I'm putting 100 down, and I'm taking the Dolphins and laying those points too, because I don't like the Jaguars either, and I do like the Dolphins. Speed kills. They're loaded with it, unless Jalen Waddle brings his wallet and puts it in his pants, because it's freaking big and heavy right now. But I think he's going to show up. He's going to show out, and the Dolphins are going to run up like 38 points.
Who got paid by the Dolphins? Who got paid by the Dolphins yesterday? Was it safety or a corner?
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey. Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Man, I'm not thinking the same thing. I'm not thinking right, am I? It was the other guy who got paid.
I'm also taking Miami in this game. I think that, as you said, their offense will outdo pretty much anything in the NFL. With Tyreek Hill on the team, Waddle on the team, A-Chain, as you said as well. They've got a really, really good team. I do like the Jags over the season, but I just don't think it starts today. So I'll stay away from it, but I'm taking Miami for the win.
Look,
he's only saying that because his wife's probably sitting right there.
No, she's not. She's downstairs, but she's probably watching. She'll be throwing something up in a minute, knocking on the door, going, "Fucking take the Jags."
No. Well, everybody talks about A-Chain, all right? And last year, I'm sure they're going to try.
Who's the other running back? Is it Wilson?
It's Raheem Mostert, who led the league. Didn't he lead the league in touchdowns?
They have a badass rookie.
They got a guy. Yeah, they can't keep off the field. So, I mean, there's only one football down there, and that is a problem. So, A-Chain, he pops eyes out, man. And, you got to try to find ways to get the ball in his hands because he can take it to the house at any time. But Mostert, I think, is going to be the guy that gets the Mostert carries, and people keep forgetting about him. That's all I'm going to say. I think the Dolphins are stacked, and, it's that simple.
Who did Max pick?
He picked Miami.
All right.
This is the easiest game of the week, surely.
Patriots, Bengals. I mean, Bengals are favored by 8.5. They probably could have made that 14.5. I still would have sided with the Bengals over under 40. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals scored 40 all by themselves. So give me the Bengals laying the points, taking the over 50 on each.
You got that there all scribed down there?
I've got it. No problem at all, John. Go ahead.
There he goes. He is, I tell you, the fastest pencil in Britain. All right, I'm taking the Bengals as well, but I'm not putting anything down on this.
I've been called worse, John.
I'm taking the Bengals. I'm not putting anything down on it because it's week 1 and weird things happen in week 1, like, Joe Burrow falls over and breaks his arm. I just, I'm not going to put anything down on it. I think the Bengals should crush the Patriots. The Patriots
are bad.
They are going to pay for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
They're going to pay for these 2 decades of hell that these Bostonites have put us through.
I am laying the points on this game. I am laying the points, and I'm going to say that I'll put 300 on the Bengals. Woo. Big win by the Bengals. The Patriots are a terrible team. Team. They are number 1 overall pick. You
know what? I don't have access to all the prop bets. So what would be a prop bet that would be like over or under on sacks for the Bengals?
Let me have a look. I'll tell you.
All right, yeah, because you can come back to that whenever you're ready. Because I'll tell you what, if it's anything under 6, or it's 5 or 6, I'll take it. I think they're going to crush whoever's out there at quarterback. If it's Brissett, he'll get beat up in the first half. Drake May will get beat up in the second half.
I don't have. Let's see, quick bets. I don't know. FanDuel doesn't like doing sacks.
Yeah.
And they don't do a lot of defensive.
All right, well then I'll tell you what. I'll just throw it up here with us. I'm going to put $50 down that the Bengals get 4 sacks. 4. Write it down.
Yeah.
Scott's looking. He's looking hard.
No, I'm just looking on FanDuel now to see where I can.
Yeah, like I said, FanDuel doesn't like doing.
Okay, I can get it. I can get it on an English one for. I can get 4 sacks. Is 6-1, John.
There you go. 4 sacks. Put 50 on that. 6-1.
4 sacks, 6-1. Cincinnati, and that's John. Got it.
That's right.
And Max
will
obviously
take-
went to Cincinnati as well.
I will take that win in pounds sterling.
Might be, Peter, might be.
I wonder if this year's Patriots are... Go ahead, Scotty. I can't quite do him.
No, I'm not doing another Brizzle. I'm not doing a Brizzle accent. Don't worry about it.
All right. Dude, I don't even remember how bad the 1990 team was for the Patriots. But that's a damn good memory, Pete.
All right, we got Houston traveling to Indianapolis to take on Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts. Richardson is a very interesting quarterback to me.
Yep,
because
I think so too.
He's only played 16 full games in his entire career.
Since high school, isn't that what you said?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Since high school, he's played 16 football games. That's nuts.
We know how good the Texans ended up last year. We're all hoping on a similar run by Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders, but we can't bank on that. And I'm also wondering how sustainable that Texans run was. And I'm leaning on the side of, yes, it's going to be sustainable, and I think the Texans are going to be good for a long time. I don't trust the Colts. Give me the Texans taking the road win, covering the 2.5, and I'm going to put $1.50 on that.
Pretty bold. I'm not touching it in terms of any kind of money because I don't know what I'm going to get out of either one of these quarterbacks. I know C.J. Stroud lit the world on fire last year, but sophomore slumps are real, okay? There's no real reason for why they happen, but they are. They do. And I'm not saying that he's getting ready to fall into one, but Anthony Richardson, to me, is just as much of a mystery. He's got weapons. Jonathan Taylor is no slouch. They can control the clock if he can get himself going. And like I said, Richardson is a mystery. What's he going to be able to do? We've seen good things out of him till he got hurt. They've got decent wide receivers, so I'm picking the Texans to win, but I'm not touching this game, and that over-under is pretty damn high, I think. 48 and a half.
I agree with that. And you know what? Take 50
So I'll tell you
away
what.
from that 150 and give me 50 on the under.
I'm doing that too. I'm taking 50 on the under. That is pretty high.
Excuse me. Apologies. Just what you needed, me sneezing on the podcast.
Well, you didn't sneeze on the podcast. You sneezed on your wall over there.
That's true. That's very true. I don't believe in Richardson at all. I think he's a straight up bust. I cannot stand this kid. I think he's awful.
You've been sleeping with scouts.
I don't know I've genuinely looked at it. I don't know what the hype is. Obviously, he got a shoulder injury, which we don't know what's going to happen with him. You're absolutely correct in what you're saying with CJ Stroud. Could have that sophomore slump, but I don't think he will. I think he'll have a very good season again. Give me the Texans 50 on the under, and I will lay the points and put 50 on that as well. It is
Everybody go on the under.
Houston are favourite, aren't they? 2.5. Yeah.
What did old Maxi Pad have?
Maxi
Dude,
Pad
you know,
had
don't call my
Indianapolis for the win.
Call
He
my
had
kid that.
Indianapolis for the win.
He's got Indy.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
A couple of times that
He
he's
believes
gone.
in Richardson. He likes Richardson.
He does. He
Couple
really
times
does
he's
believe
gone.
in Richardson. He thinks he's going to be like right out there, and the Colts are going to have a very good season. I just can't see it. Aging offensive line, can't see it. Can't see it.
All right.
Who's that? Is Kelly still their center?
Kelly's still there. Yeah, he's still there.
Been
I
there a
think.
long time. Been there a long
What have you
time.
got? Fries, haven't you, as well? One of them is
Jonathan
a guard.
Taylor's the interesting player here.
That's true. That's very true.
We'll see. You know, some running backs injuries to catch up with them, and but obviously he's still going semi-high in drafts. As far
he
as
was
running backs goes.
he was all world 2 seasons ago, but
When he came back last year, he was fantastic.
yeah.
I mean, the guy is what he is, and what he is a freaking bell cow back that can freaking break open a game. He can control the clock. The thing about it is that the backup who did so well with them last year is now in, I want to say, Cleveland.
It's Las Vegas. It's Las
Or
Vegas.
it
It's
was the
Minshew.
Raiders. No, not
Minshew.
the quarterback, the running back. Oh, shit.
Oh, the running back.
Did really well for them last year. Now he's up in Ohio somewhere. I'd have to go look and see, but I'm missing,
sure.
missing my brain right here. think his name was
All right,
Will.
we have the battle of Blockhead and Dopehead here.
This is the worst. You know what?
1.5 though. That is a terrible line.
It's because it's who fucks up the least. This is going to be
True.
a game of watch. It's going to be like watching your 4-year-olds out there with a Nerf ball running around all over the place. Like 10 of them running in
This
circles.
game
and
is
one
going
of
to
them bangs
stay
their head.
actually because there's so much hype around Kevin O'Connell as a
Game
QB,
of the week.
As a
a
what?
QB whisperer.
Peter says
A
game of the
QB
week.
whisperer. You know what? You can whisper to Sam Darnold, "You are a QB," and Sam Darnold will go,
might
"Huh?
get
What, you called me what?"
We're going to really find out how good of a quarterback coach O'Connell is.
Kevin O'Connell
you know?
is, yeah.
I feel really bad for Vikings and their fans because they had high hopes with J.J. McCarthy. It's
I don't feel bad for Vikings fans.
sucks for them, but shit happens. You're
I
just
don't feel
upset
bad for
because Jordan Love got hurt. And probably
Well, no, it's
haven't
not
gone
even
for
so
the-
much that. It's because the Vikings, the Vikings are one of those lovable losers. You guys have never won jack shit nothing. And it's kind of fun that way. So, we're going to keep it that way. And it's not like I hate you any more than I hate the Giants. I hate the effing Giants. I hate the Giants more than practically anything. The Giants are, I won't even say. But this game, I think you should show this to guys on death row. But we'd probably, you should. You should force them to watch this game.
I'm gonna take the Vikings. I'm not putting no money on it, just out of spite, I think. But that's about it. I
Sam Darnold versus
John?
Daniel Jones.
Blockhead versus Dopehead.
Dude, I'm telling you what, they're going to be both out there. Hi, I'm Sam. Hello, I'm Tom. How you doing? This game
John,
is
who
going
you
to be...
taking?
I'm
We're gonna
telling
take
you
the short
what,
bus
I'm
home.
going to take the Vikings somehow to fall down backwards and win the game. Darnold will trip over his own feet and fall down backwards and be in the end zone. Darnold, let it go. And it'll only be there because, honestly, the Vikings, if anything, I would say there's going to be more than 3 interceptions in this game.
Wow.
Overall,
that's a good shout.
overall, there's more than 3 interceptions in this game. The over-under 41.5, I don't know, Pete. That's another one of those things this week that just seemed to be their default. Like, I don't know, just put
It
41.
seems like it should be like 37 or 38, something like that.
That's
I
true.
think.
I'm going to put 50 on the under here. And I would like to put, what's my odds on 3 interceptions, Scott?
I will get you that in a second. I also am going 50 on the under. I think that's a great bet, John.
This game is just, my God.
It's terrible.
Christ.
Three
Hello.
interceptions I can get. You can get 4.5 to 1.
I'll take it. 50 down on that. 3 interceptions in this game.
Oh, but by who?
Doesn't matter.
Both QBs.
All over. 3 interceptions in this game. Hello, my name is Daniel. That's my friend Sam.
All right, we got the
So
Panthers.
we all went Minnesota, by the way.
Yeah. Panthers and the Saints. Saints are favored by
Oh,
3.5 over 1.
Another terrible game.
Yeah.
Yes, another terrible game. I think I'm going to stay on the side of betting with Kamara. I'm going to go over 100 total yards.
Nice.
That's total yards and a TD.
And a touchdown. All right.
Yeah. I think the Panthers are going to be better than they were last year.
They were terrible.
But that's not saying a whole hell of a
How
lot.
much how much are you putting on Kamara, Jesse?
I'm going to put 50 on that.
So are you taking New Orleans for the win?
Yes, I'm going to take New Orleans for the win. Yeah.
He throws this out there like a debate moderator to make sure he heard you correctly. You
I'm
all
just
taking
making
New
sure.
Orleans. Yes, I'm taking New Orleans too, as will probably everybody except people that live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Nope,
Or
I'm
South
not.
Carolina. You're not?
What?
No, neither's Max.
Oh,
What?
Okay. All right.
We're taking the Panthers.
Really? No.
And
Yeah,
the
I think
points.
New Orleans are awful. I think they
New
are
Orleans?
awful.
New Orleans got a defense, and they got a
Believe it or
running
not.
back. They
And
don't
they
got a
wide
quarterback.
receiver.
I think it's
Dude.
between I think it's between Allen as their head coach, Dennis Allen, and Dayball as to who is fired first. I don't know which one.
I'd put money on Daboll.
All right, well, I'm not putting any money down, Scott. I'm just going to take the Saints. You can write that down. And go ahead, please, enlighten us about these Carolina Panthers. Or is it just that you hate the Saints that much? You have no faith in Derek Carr. His mascara is fresh. It's first game of the year.
True. No, I just last year the Saints fucked me more than any two. No, I'm going to go there.
So it's personal.
Yeah, I just can't stand the Saints.
That's how you bet, baby.
Oh,
Bet.
no, that's right. That's right.
I can't stand the Saints. And Carolina's been on one win for too long. So come on, Carolina, let's go. Let's keep pounding. Let's go.
It's personal for Scott. All right.
They are the most mid team in the NFL. You are absolutely spot on, Peter.
No, they always have been. You know, there was a little burp of success there. That was about it.
All right. And this, for some reason, John thinks is going to be the game of the week or something like that. But
No,
Cardinals,
actually, I don't.
John's
Bills.
game of the week.
Bills
Brought
favored
you in
by
association with
6.5.
Bush Lights.
Listen, I think the Cardinals are going to be trash.
Do
I
you
have no
really?
faith. Yeah, I do. I don't have any faith in the Cardinals. You know, Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably the only bright spot on that entire team, and too bad for him that he got drafted in such a cesspool. Give me the Bills, laying the points, putting 100 on there.
All right. No, I don't think this will be John's game of the week. No, not at all. I think that the Cardinals have the potential.
As much as you were on the Cardinals yesterday, though.
I do like their offense. I do like Marvin Harrison Jr. quite a bit, and I think Kyler Murray is better than you give him credit for, and he's going to Buffalo at the right time of year. There's no chance of anything like 4 inches of snow on the ground, because you know, once he gets 5 or 6 inches of snow on the ground, he gets lost. They have to send helicopters out to try to go find him. So I don't think they're that bad. I just think that Buffalo's pretty good. I'm not putting any money down on this because I'm in show me mode about Buffalo. Right now, they're a big fucking galoot at quarterback and what? James Cook and a rookie wide receiver.
The thing about Josh Allen is
They got a tight end.
He's
Yeah.
one of those
Trey
quarterbacks that are receiver proof, man. He
Well-
doesn't like
What he
Stephon
isn't-
Diggs was great for him, but even before Diggs came, he was good. I mean, he still has what's his Khalil Sharif, which is probably going to be the wide receiver run until Coleman gets his feet underneath of him. Keon Coleman is eventually going to be, and they also have, and who has been playing really well for them in the offseason and preseason, is a wide receiver that we know very, very well that was here last year.
Yep.
So I think they still have good weapons there.
Yeah, you can't count on Curtis Samuel to be around for very long. And one of the things that I'm saying about Josh Allen, okay, we've seen what you're doing there, you big freaking horse. One of these days, one of the things he can't run away from is age.
Horse.
And you can't run away from, that's right, you can't run away from luck. And eventually that big freaking horse is going to step in a gopher hole. He's going to be trying to hurdle over somebody and he's going to yank his fucking groin. Something's going to say, hey, you're getting close to 30. Guess what? And
What is
look,
he, like
man,
27?
that's close to 30. Either way, the fact of the matter is, when you live like that, as a quarterback in the NFL, you're taking a big chance. And I get he's bigger than practically everybody out there, but it eventually catches up. It's eventually, and I'm not banking on that. I just don't think that they have enough to cover it if he doesn't make it. So no, I'm not buying it right now with them. They're in show me mode, and that matters. Show John Taman.
So who are you taking for this game then, John?
I'm taking the Bills to win this game. They are at home. I think the Cardinals will get within 6.5 points, but I don't believe it enough to put any money down on it.
I am exactly the same boat as you. I think the Bills will win this game, but I do believe that the Cardinals will have an okay season. I don't really look at their roster, and it doesn't fill me full of joy. I mean, James Conner's a good back. I'm looking at the rest of the wide receivers, Greg Dortch and Michael Wilson.
Dortch always makes plays, though, man.
I know he does.
You
man.
hear Joe Buck saying his name all the time.
Trey McBride is a very good tight end, and I think their running game could have
James
a
Conner
lot of problems.
He always shows up.
He
James
does.
Conner
And
always shows up.
And Kyler Murray's feet will get him, he'll get some good plays tomorrow. But I just think the Bills will have enough to win that game.
Okay.
All right, Raiders and Chargers. Chargers are
Raiders.
favored by 3. Look, I like the Raiders team other than one thing.
Their
The
quarterback.
Quarterback, 100%.
Minshew? You don't
The,
believe in the mustache?
The handlebar
You
mustache.
ride the mustache?
No,
Yes,
it's fucking. It's awful. It's freaking awful. That God did. Listen, if you're a NFL quarterback, there should be a bylaw stating you cannot have a fucking mullet. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here?
A scullet mullet.
Like,
Hey, you know what? Look at his owner,
how
though. His
fucking redneck do
look
you
at
have?
Get a picture of him next to freaking Mark Davis, and look at those.
Have you seen it now? He's actually got a high skin fade up here, so they've properly gone to the barbers and skin faded it back.
He's got the
And
Brian
then it comes
Bosworth
down,
mullet, right?
And he's got the tash. I'm just like, you look like an Australian. What's going on?
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Hello, mate.
Give me the Chargers.
Yeah.
Give me the points.
Take the.
I like
Throw
the
the
Chargers this year,
Give the
guys.
points.
I don't think they're going to be in it this year, but I think Harbaugh is going to do something special with the team in LA and might possibly get some fans into their stadiums during games because they haven't really been out. And they've always been like that. Chargers, California, a lot of California teams, unless you're the freaking 49ers, even the Rams don't really sell out games.
Yeah, but the thing is with the
Because
thing is
there's
with
so
the
much
Chargers
to do in
is-
Los Angeles. There's everything you could possibly
Yeah, there is.
want
And the
Los
Chargers
Angeles.
aren't from Los Angeles. This is San Diego's team. Don't ever get it twisted. That
Well,
is
no.
bad.
Either
That is
way,
bad.
but,
They sh-
The Chargers
thing-
are going to have a good season. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for Harbaugh. I'm excited for my in-laws because they're from San Diego and are diehard Chargers fans. And I'm excited for that one woman that became famous for doing all that shit on.
Yeah, I know you're about.
It's a fan base. I know it's not my team or anything, but I feel for the fan base, and I hope well for them. So give me the Chargers.
Given the points, how much you putting on it?
points. Give me 50 on it.
Jesse's trying to hit up on some girl that's a Chargers fan. You know that, right?
I'm going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to put 100 on this.
All right. So, okay, you're taking the Chargers, putting down 100? Giving
Yeah,
it 3
100.
points?
Yeah,
All right.
I'll give them 3 points.
See, I think, is there a prop bet that says J.K. Dobbins will make it through the game?
Shit.
You think I'm joking?
Somewhere you can find a bookie that will probably give you odds on that.
Dude will get struck by lightning as soon as he gets off the team bus tomorrow. I like the Chargers too. I don't think they're going to be a very high-flying football team. I think it's going to be Gus Edwards left, Gus Edwards right, J.K.
Yeah.
Dobbins, if he's healthy, he's going to get his carries too. But
We got Ladd McConkey.
Ladd
Lam
McConkey,
McConkey, a good, decent.
Yeah.
I do like him, but there's nothing else in terms of wide receiver. There's nothing else. So
Josh
I
Palmer.
show me. So I'm taking the Chargers to win this game, and I'm going to go ahead and put 50 on the under. This is going to be something like a 20-10 game.
Next. Who did Max get?
Chargers.
Next. Okay. All right. Broncos, Seahawks. There we go. All right.
Broncos,
Broncos
let's
and the Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 5.5. Over under is 41.5.
Oh.
And Bo Nix
In Seattle.
Bo
makes his
Nix, yeah.
debut in Seahawks country. I think,
Versus Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Aren't we
I'm
all
going to
happy?
stay away from. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game, but I'm not going to put no money on it. I don't necessarily like that line. Peyton has been really, really hyping up this, the sixth best quarterback drafted, and with the 12th pick, overall pick. I just don't buy it whatsoever. Nix has always been a line of scrimmage quarterback. Never seen him throw the deep ball very well. So you're going to have to show me before I even put any faith in the Broncos.
Yeah, I have no faith in the Broncos whatsoever. I think their quarterback room it looks like, have you ever lived in an apartment building that has one communal trash dumpster? That's what their quarterback room looks like. All right. Everybody's shit is in there. I think that the Seahawks at home in this game is a gimme. Go ahead and let me lay those points. I'm putting 150 down on that. Give me the Seahawks laying 5.5. And I think that this is a crush. They're going to smoke the Broncos. Sean Payton, dude, you look like a chipmunk. You're really starting to look like a freaking yard rodent. And I just don't buy it. I don't believe in him. I don't believe in his quarterbacks. He doesn't have Drew Brees out there right now. And that's just the way it is.
John put Rams and Lions on there.
Oh, that's the one? All right.
Yeah.
How much are you putting on this, John?
150. 150.
Wow. Yeah, I'm like you, Jesse. I'm going to stay away from this one, but I think the Seahawks win this. Max went with a Denver win.
Whoa.
Yeah. You need to take him outside and have a word with him.
Well, honestly, now that we're here alone and it's just us on the podcast, when he was about 2, I did drop him on his head once.
He's got the occasional tick.
Right.
He's a good lad.
He's a good boy. We'll see how this goes. But, all right, yeah. All right, so I put it up there. LA Rams and Detroit Lions are up there. Now, see, we were talking earlier about what's the one bet on Monday or on the first week that everybody goes, oh, wow, that's the one. I think they could have put 8.5 on Seattle, and that would have been the one.
Yeah.
So we're missing one here. It's Dallas and Cleveland.
All right, hang on a second.
There we go.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, how I missed. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, Dallas and the Browns, and the Browns are favored by 2.5. I don't understand why.
I don't get that either.
No,
I don't get it either.
Now,
Zeke's up there, and
Watson has
Dalvin
not
Cook.
done anything to prove he can lead the Browns to a Super Bowl whatsoever. Dallas, on the other hand, gets those fans in the media hope each and every year just
That's all it
because of
takes.
the star on the side of the helmet.
That's right. That's all it takes.
But
Go
I
ahead.
still
Send me
think-
your money.
The Cowboys are a better team, inside and out. So give me Dallas straight up. The over-under is only 40.5. What?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that right?
What? Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't get that. I'll take the over. Give me Dallas for the win. Give me 50 on that and 50 on the over.
I will also take the over for 50. I'm going to pick the Browns to win, but by a squeak, because I think that the Cowboys, they, Brandon Cooks, I guess he can turn out something, but CeeDee Lamb is their top weapon. I mean, they have a decent enough tight end, I suppose, but the running game I don't think is going to get going here with these old men, and I just don't see it. I think that the Browns are coming off of a playoff win. They're going to be in front of their home fans. They might not be a very good team all the way through the year, but I think they're going to surprise some people this week, and I think the Cowboys are going to lay an egg.
All right.
So I have got I've got the Browns winning this game. Squeaker. I think it will be by about 3 points. But I'm going to put a weird prop, and this is where my weird parlay prop bet comes in. So CeeDee Lamb, a Cooper touchdown, and a Jerome Ford touchdown anytime is 6-1, and I will put 50 on that.
Yeah, Jerome Ford, I picked him up in a couple leagues, which we know that Chubb is on the pup or the injured reserve. We'll see when he comes back.
I just don't believe Dallas are going to have a good season.
I'm kind of surprised y'all going with the Browns. That really baffles me. I don't get it.
I don't think it's all that baffling, and that's why I explained exactly why.
I think
Browns
you're
have got a really good defense.
letting your Dallas hate.
No, I don't
drive
think
this.
so. Not necessarily. I think it's, like I said, I think it's more going to be an emotional thing for them. They're going to be able to play well enough in front of their home fans coming off of a playoff appearance. And yeah, I'm not. They're the backfield in Dallas is, yeah, whatever. Zeke ain't going to be doing any of this week. You know what he's going to be doing?
That's true.
Maybe
that.
we'll see.
What with a gut and the smallest boob tube like top you've ever seen? Yeah, exactly. Why does he do that? Why does he have that weird I don't know, jersey anyway. That's like looks like a 8-year-old kid's jersey.
All right, now this is probably the
Game of the week.
Yeah,
Jerome Ford.
one
that's,
of
that's,
them.
Jerome Ford's the running back for the Browns if Bradley Chubb.
That's the
doesn't
one.
go. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that dude, he played pretty well last year too.
Yeah, he was
so-
good. He won me a little bit of money last year. Absolutely.
Don't forget, you got the Amari Cooper coming back to Dallas. Want to
So I'm
show out
saying-
for the home fans. Jerry Jeudy. I mean, that guy right there. He might
Well,
catch
see,
4 or 5 passes
Wait,
this year.
it's in Cleveland.
Yes. It's in Cleveland. And that means there is the chance that the Cowboys might actually drink the water and not feel well during the game. True.
All right, good game right here. Rams Lions. Lions are favored by 4.5. Over under 52.5. I think this is going to be a high scoring game, guys. It's going to be a fun game. Too bad it's on Monday night. Sunday night. It's a game that I could probably watch about 30 minutes of before I go to sleep. But
That's how it is.
I am high on the Lions this year.
Is this Monday Night Football, this one?
Sunday
This
night.
is Sunday night.
Sunday night.
I
I'll be
have
sound asleep.
I have the Lions squeaking this one out 37-35. Nothing but action.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. Wow. All right.
I'm not putting no money down on it, though, because you never discount freaking Puka Nacua and Stafford and Cooper Kupp. Mm-hmm. But I like the Lions.
I like the Lions in this game too, and I think they're going to win bigger than that. I think they're going to win something like 37-27. It's going to be a convincing win. They're going to be emotional. That building will be loud. The Rams have talent. They're very good, but I think that the Lions are going to beat them to the punch and knock them around some. I think that they're physical. I think Dan Campbell's going to have these dudes ready to go, man, because you know how he is. He's all emotion and hype and hype and hype, and he's been telling them they're going to just jump up and down and break a brick over their goddamn head and spit nails, and we're just going to... And they're going to be ready to go out and fight like gladiators, and they will. They'll be dressed in small little skirts, and if the Emperor is in the right mood, then they'll be naked. So there you go.
I'm also taking the Lions here. I think they'll win this game, no problem. I don't think it'll be as handy as you do, John. It will be a high-scoring game. The 52 is interesting. I will put $50 on the over of the 52.5. And this is my second parlay of the week. I'm going with Laporta, touchdown anytime, an Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown anytime, and a Hutchinson sack. That is 7-1.
Okay.
No, I'm putting 50 on that as well.
That's a pretty good bet. All right, I will put $50 down on the Lions and lay those 4.5 points. I will be bold enough. And did I get? I took the Browns Cowboys over, right? I went the over in that game.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. Where is the Dallas Cleveland game? That was the over and a half. 40.5. Hell yeah, I'm taking the over all day in that. Oops, now we don't have anything. Well, then the last game would be
Monday night.
Yeah,
Monday
Night
Football. We'll do
There we
Monday
go.
night, yeah.
yeah, the Jets and the 49ers.
And then Niners. Aaron Rodgers, over under 10 plays before he gets injured.
Oh, I'll take the over on that.
Yeah, this is a much anticipated Jets team, with Peyote eating Aaron Rodgers coming back after getting injured last year in the first
3 plays.
3 plays of his season, ruined the Jets season. So the Jets
And I was
have
sat-
built a very good team.
I was
got
sat in the
they're-
airport watching this game, and
Yeah.
we watched Aaron Rodgers trot on. I was like, "Oh, it's starting, boys!" And we all watched it. And then the next thing you know, it's like, "Oh my, his Achilles is gone. Oh dear."
Here we just watched the Jets season end.
Yeah.
You know, they do have offense, man. And they've
Yeah,
got good
they do.
they've got good defense too. I do like the Jets. If Rodgers stays healthy.
This is going to be a good game.
Really good game.
We have seen in past years that their Super Bowl losers tend to have some sort of hangover.
Correct.
And I don't think this year is going to be any different, to be honest with you. I think the 49ers are going to have a good season, but it's not going to be as good as many think. A lot of people are thinking the 49ers are going to just coast into the NFC Championship and go back into the Super Bowl again. I don't. I think they are going to be in a fight with the Rams for the division title, and I think it's going to come down to the very last game of the season.
Well, the Super Bowl thing just took a big hit yesterday with Jordan Love going down. All right, because that changes the dynamics of the
that's why I'm even more higher on Detroit now than I was because of that.
No love for Minnesota. Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl.
I mean, weirder things have never happened.
Chicago.
I seen some ghosts in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But you can't count out the Jets though in the AFC. Who knows what this team is going to look like with Aaron Rodgers under the helm? We did not.
Well, we'll know they're be tough on defense. They are.
Yeah.
They're tough on defense. We know they've got speed all over the damn place on the offense. As long as Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, and I think he will at least through this game. So I'm taking the Jets. I think he's going to be coming back strong. He's got something to say. Go ahead, give me those 4.5 points. I'm putting 100 down on the Jets right there, and I will take the over for another 50.
I'm going to take the Jets to cover. I'm not going to say they're going to win, but I think they're going to cover. And I'm going to put 50 on that.
I think they're going to win outright.
But long story short, I'm just not as high on the Niners as everybody else is.
He is Mr. Irrelevant, you know. There's a possibility that the earth might come crashing up at him.
So I'm also taking the Jets for the win here. Don't want to put any money on it, but we'll see. What did you do? Did someone take the over there? John, did you just take the over there?
$50 on the over.
50.
Yeah, see, there's two good defenses right there.
That's right.
I agree.
It's hard. It would be hard for me to take the over in this one.
Football, yeah, but you know what? There's two great offenses there too. There really is. And
But
football
Garrett
is set up.
Wilson's, yeah, he's unbelievable.
You got McCaffrey, you got Breece Hall, and really, both of these teams can kill you from anywhere. You've got quarterbacks. I mean, Brock Purdy, I'm not going to put in the same sentence as Aaron Rodgers in terms of career, but in terms of how he runs that offense, you got to take the quarterback and Kyle Shanahan together. And this is not the Super Bowl. They will not choke. They do quite well in the regular season.
So,
I like this game.
I thought I'd be out on a limb here and be the only one picking the Jets, and you two have astounded me and gone with me, and the only one picking the 49ers is Max.
Well, then, game over. We have astounded Scott. Now, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Game of the week. It's
game of the week right
time.
here. Everybody in the nation that's remembering the map that I just saw the other day, that's not in the red, that's not watching the 49ers, or not watching the, what's the late game? Dallas and Cleveland.
506.
Dallas, Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically Virginia, Maryland, and a small portion of Florida.
Florida. Like two crocodile lakes and half of Disney World
are watching this game. Bucks are 3.5 favorites, and boys, I was listening to a Tampa Bay Buccaneers podcast earlier today, and they are afraid of Jaden Daniels. They are worried. They are also worried about their defensive line. They think they have a weakness in the middle, other than Vea, about getting to Jaden. They said the key to their win is to get to Jaden. If they can't get to Jaden, they're not. They don't. They think he's going to light them up, and I agree. Our defensive line, especially the middle, should be able to manhandle. They're playing with a rookie and a second-year player that wasn't very good last year in the middle of that line. So Deron Payne and John Allen should be able to disrupt.
Is it Cody Muck? Is that one of them?
Yeah,
He's
one
playing,
of them's Cody Muck, and
Tristan Wirfs. They paid big time.
Not talking about tackles. I'm talking about the middle. Guard.
Oh, the actual
guard, center.
center.
That's what they're. That's
is Graham? Is it Graham Barton that they picked?
Yes, Graham. Yep.
That's it. Yeah.
That is their concerns, and they are, like Baker's not a big scrambler. He's not that fast.
Baker Mayfield doesn't get around.
He's not fast. That's what they're saying.
He's not fast. But that dude is definitely freaking mobile. He will move around. He's like a little squirmy rat back there.
Well, from what they said this morning, he didn't do so well in that department last year.
All right. Well, maybe
So,
he's catching his age is catching up.
Again, like I said yesterday, if we can rattle Baker Mayfield, and he can be rattled, my thoughts were exactly what they said. Anthony Armstrong was on that podcast. It was on the Believe Network. If someone wants to go listen to that, I think there's a chance for us to win. I am going to say we're going to cover this game, and I'm also going to take the over.
Okay. I'm not putting anything down on this game. I'm picking the Buccaneers to win.
50 over, is it, Jesse?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm not touching the game. The Buccaneers receivers versus our cornerbacks. That's the end of the story right there for me. We're going to be playing catch up, and I hope our corners are able to do something with it. But the pass rush, you're right. The middle of their line is susceptible, but if they're able to get outside of that, I don't see it coming from our edges. I'm hoping we're able to solve that mystery somehow. But at the same time, how much time does he need to throw it up to Mike Evans and let Mike Evans just pluck it over the top of St. Juste's head?
For me, this game, John, rests on what we can do in the middle of the secondary. I think our safeties are going to be key in this game. I think Baker shits himself a bit. It's about picks. It's about interceptions. I think he will throw some interceptions.
Yeah,
I think we can get to him better than I think. And if our offensive line holds up and Jaden does what he did in preseason and he's quicker than getting the ball out of his hands, quicker than 2 seconds, which every single snap was no more than 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I watched the breakdown of him against Miami, and again, you watch it from an actual quarterback saying, "This is me breaking it down. Look at the way he's doing it. Look at his mechanics." He's the real deal. He really is the real deal, and I hope it is that he is like that. So for me, I think we do win this game. I don't want to put any money on it. I don't want to stay away from all of the numbers. I'm not interested. Just run the damn ball and win the game. And that's what I think we can do. We get up to a decent lead, 7, maybe 10 points ahead. They're scrambling around, and then it's hold on and run the ball. And I think that's how we win. I think if we are close, going with a couple of minutes to go, like we said yesterday, 4 minutes left, say, and we need a touchdown, I don't know what's going to happen there.
No,
I
like
don't know.
I like if we
you like the 2-minute drill. You like the 2-minute drill,
well,
don't
not
you?
2 minutes. If we got into a situation in this game, his first game, where Jaden Daniels has a 4-minute drill to run to come back and win the football game with a score, I like him in that. I think that's where I'd really like to see him, and I think that is something that he would flourish in. So if we can stay that close, that would be a squeaker. But if we could stay that close, I'd be really happy about that. Because, I think in that situation, he could pull it off. I just think I'm going to be seeing a lot of those, guys. Ball here, ball up, St. Juste's head down around here. Malcolm Forbes running by or something, getting shoved out of the way. Help, help, help. I just don't see us matching up well enough with their wide receivers. I honestly think Baker Mayfield could turn around, boot it backwards, and they would catch it somehow over our guys. Just the way I see it.
Mike Evans is a pussy.
He is not. I tell you what, I would swap 3 of our wide receivers for Mike Evans as not Terry. As long as he's not Terry. If you said to me, "Hey, Mike Evans is available,"
I might flip that
would
in the second.
He wasn't he a free? Oh no, they signed him before free agency started.
They signed him.
All right. Well, there you go. The first week is
does
in the Big and Boss books.
is.
Jesse, you got something to say there?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Tomorrow afternoon, 4:25 is kickoff. We will be back right after the game is over, but I'd say within 10 minutes or so, with a chance to take a leak or all that, whatever. And then we will start the thing up, and then whatever condition any of us are in, win or lose, we're going to sit here and talk about it for 20 or 30 minutes. And I think you'll have some fun. So until tomorrow after the game, we will see you. And if you don't come in to see us then, we will see you Monday at 5:30. Our usual time where we were going to hopefully discuss this big win against the Buccaneers that I am predicting won't happen. Doesn't mean I won't be happy about it if it does.
And if you're watching through Twitter, going over to Facebook, hit that like, subscribe,
YouTube.
comment, message, and all that
YouTube.
shit.
We don't play around on Facebook.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Yeah, do it. Do that. Everybody wants a thumbs up. Give us a good review. Tell them that, hey, Scott's Auburn highlights and his hair certainly set the show off today.
It's burnt sienna, John. Burnt sienna. Come on, man.
Burnt sienna.
Get it right.
What the hell is with everybody in the sienna? They have to burn it before they think it looks good. That's what I say about it. All right, then. Until then, we'll see you all later on the Bleeding Burgundy podcast.